Hey guys, so today I'm gonna be reviewing the Zodiac Palette and as well as the whole collection. I'm so excited to show you guys how these shadows perform and what I think about them. So this is what the palette looks like. Very beautiful colors. So if you guys want to know what I think about the whole collection, then please keep watching. Alright, so the whole collection retails for $59. You get one eyeshadow palette, 2 Luxe lipsticks, 2 Supernova Shadows, and you get 2 Super Shock Cheek highlights. That's a tongue twister. Super Shock Cheek highlights. So if you don't want to buy the whole collection, the palette does retail for $18, and it does come with a mirror, so that's even better. The Supernova Shadows retail for $7 each, as well as the Creme Luxe lipsticks retail for $7 each, and the Super Shock Chic highlighters retail for $8 each. And if you want to get the Zodiac palette and the Dream Street palette, which is the other palette that Kathleen Lights made with ColourPop, both palettes retail for $32. So let's talk about the palette first. The palette has 12 eyeshadows. So on the bottom row, we have the Sagittarius, the Capricorn, the Aquarius, and the Pisces. On the middle row, we have the Leo, the Virgo, the Libra, and the Scorpio. On the top row, we have the Aries, the Taurus, the Gemini, and the Cancer. Now for the 2 creme lipsticks, what's your sign? And Scorpio Moon. Now they are a creamy finish, just keep that in mind. Now as for the 2 Super Shock Chic highlighters, the deep golden one is in the shade Fire, and the lighter champagne-y one is in the shade On the Cusp. Now for the 2 Supernova Shadows, the golden yellow tone is in the shade Astrology, and the champagne-y one is in the shade Constellation. So if you guys want to see this makeup look using the whole Zodiac collection, then please keep watching. This hair looks weird, doesn't it? My hair is so long, doesn't even have bangs anymore. I just did my eyebrows just because I want to get them out of the way, and I don't have to struggle with doing them when I do my eyeshadow. And I'm just gonna prime my eyes with the Tarte Shape Tape. Now to set that concealer, I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish. Alright, now for the eyeshadow. I'm so excited. Isn't it so pretty? I am going to take the shade, the Taurus, which is this one right here. I'm sorry, my nails, I apologize for my nails. They are crazy right now. So I'm just gonna take that shade and I'm gonna put it on my crease. I actually wanted to do this one off camera just so we don't like waste any time. The next shade I want to take is the Sagittarius, which is this one right here. It's like this berry purpley color. Oh, look at the pigment on this brush. So I don't want this color to be the focus because I do want to use the blues in this palette. So I'm just taking this on my crease and I'm just blending it with the shade, the Taurus. I don't want this to be the main focus, but I am going to drag it down just a little bit. I'm just going to add a little bit more. Alright, the next shade I want to take is the Aquarius, which of course I'm going to use because I am an Aquarius. So I want to take this like flat fluffy brush. Is the M433 and it looks something like this. I want to use this on my crease and in the inner corner and the outer corner of my eyes. It's such a beautiful blue shade. Like I really like how it is, and it does go on soft when you put it on the lid. And I kind of made this a little darker with the purple. It just kind of made it a little darker, which is great. I'm gonna go in with the crease brush that I used for the Sagittarius better, which is just a small little fluff brush. So it just gave it like a dark purpley look when I mixed it in with the Sagittarius. I'm just gonna add a little small definer brush. This is the E18, just to kind of intensify the blue a little bit. I forgot this had a mirror and I'm over here like using my own mirror. I'm just gonna dab this in. I'm not really swiping it, I'm just kind of patting it in on the outer corner and in the inner corner, just to get as much pigment payoff as possible. I'm just gonna take the same brush, the M433, and I'm just gonna blend it out. The Sagittarius and the Aquarius work very well together. I'm just adding more of the Aquarius on because I did take out off the color a little bit when I was blending it out. I don't know if you guys can see well. Maybe I should zoom you guys a little bit more in. This looks better. I'm sorry. I completely forgot to zoom you guys in. Well, hopefully it wasn't too bad. So it should look something like this. Next I'm just gonna not pretty precisely do a cut crease, but I do want to do like a halo eye. So I'm gonna take the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair Beige. And I'm just gonna dab a little bit on my hand. And I'm just gonna start putting it on the very bottom first and then looking up. And that, you see right there, that is where I want it to start. If you're doing a cut crease or, you know, or a halo eye, this is where you want it to be. Now don't worry if it's not perfect. Of course it takes trial and error. One thing for sure is if you want to do a cut crease or do a halo eye, you really need a full coverage or a thick concealer, just so the color that you put underneath doesn't peek through. So now I'm just going to take the Pisces, which is this one right here. It's such a beautiful aqua blue. Oh my god, I am in love. This brush doesn't really pick up that much product, but I am using the Makeup Shack T52 to apply. So I'm just adding it to the center just because I do want to fix. I don't know if you guys see, there's like a little outer cap on this concealer with the Aquarius, just to kind of cover that up. Another great way to apply this beautiful glittery shadow, you can use it with your finger as well. Now I want to take a small brush just to finish off the edges. So I'm going to take the Makeup Shack T66. I'm going to pack on the shade where I missed. You don't have to take another brush and apply it how I did. It's just this helps me give it, like, fill in the empty spaces. All right, so then now that it looks like this, I am gonna go in with the Aquarius and just blend out the edges so it doesn't look so harsh. Now what I did is just blend in the Aquarius and the Pisces together, and I'm just gonna actually pack in more of that Aquarius shade on my outer corner because I just feel like it's missing a little bit more. With that, I'm gonna blend it out with the same brush that I used to blend, which is the M433. I look so funny with this hairstyle. I got the hair inspiration from Kathleen when she was doing the reveal. So now I'm just gonna blend out and very carefully the inner corner of my eye, just so it doesn't look so harsh. I do want to take this little brush with no additional product in and just blend out the edges from the inner corner. Okay. So now I do want to take a black liner. This is the Essence waterproof eyeliner pen. And the reason why I say that is because every time I use it, I have very watery eyes. So when I use this product, regardless of whether it's dry or not, it just creases. And you're wondering, why am I using it then? Well, because I don't want to use a gel liner, so. I definitely want to be on the search for a good eye pencil eyeliner from the drugstore. So if you have any suggestions, let me know in the comment section below. I would love to try a new eyeliner because I don't want to do the gel anymore, just because I feel like if I get like a tip pen like this, it's easier for me to do an eyeliner. You see that mistake that I did? I'm gonna try to hide it with the shadow. I'm gonna use the Morphe M213. And normally I use this to highlight, but today I'm just gonna hide the mistake that I did. And again, I'm not so much as swiping it, I'm just kind of packing it on the brush. I'm just gonna blend that out a little bit. There's like a pinky champagne shade. Oh, that looks very pretty. Alright, so you see how it is, well, it's less visible. That's just some of the tricks that I have learned along the way. I want to use as much of the eyeshadows as possible. So this black sparkly one is calling my name. Oh, this is called the Capricorn. And I'm just gonna dab it into my brush, and I'm not so much gonna tap off the excess because it is gonna take off the glitter if I do that. So I'm just gonna set my eyeliner with this. Now I want to use these, the Supernova Shadows. I have never actually tried it, but I am gonna use the Constellation one, which is the champagne one, and I'm gonna take an eyeliner brush. I'm gonna take this eyeliner brush right here. This is from Real Techniques. I'm just gonna take it in the back of my hand and I'm gonna add it to the top of the eyeliner. This requires my full concentration, so I'm gonna use another eyeliner because this one is, I don't know if you can tell, but it has a hair sticking out and it's messing me up. So I'm gonna grab this Tarte brush. It'll probably work way better than the Real Techniques. This formula dries really fast, I started noticing. So you have to work really, really quickly if you want to use the shadow. That took major concentration. Now you see how it doesn't look perfect? Not to worry, if you are doing this, just wait for it to dry, and then after just go back with the eyeshadow you were using just to cover up any mistakes you have. I'm going to show you two ways. You can go back to the shadow, or you can go back with an eyeliner and just correct it. I'm going to use the eyeliner, which is the Maybelline Studio, Eye Studio, and the Blackest Black. You see how it's looking a little bit more cleaner? I don't know if you can tell if the camera is picking it up. I'm just patting it on. Alright, now that the bottom is cleaner, I'm going to show you how to cover it with the eyeshadow. I'm going to take again the small definer brush. This is the M213, and I'm just going to pack it on again. Taking the E18, just blending. Now you can see it looks less visible. It's still there, but it's not as noticeable. Plus you're gonna cover it up with lashes or mascara. Oh my god, now I just noticed that the blue and this yellow shirt do not match whatsoever. Don't hate me. Alright, so I'll be right back and I will finish the other side off camera. Alright, so I went ahead and did my base and I put on some lashes. So let's continue with the bottom lash. I'm gonna line my eyes with a blue liner. This one's from Urban Decay, the 24-hour glide on. This is in the shade Chaos. I believe that's what it's called, unless it's called Chows. So I'm pretty sure it's called Chaos. So I'm just gonna put this in the waterline. So right under that liner, I'm gonna take the shade the Aquarius, and I'm just gonna put it right under the eyeliner. Taking a pencil brush, this is the Makeup Shack T13. I'm going to take the shade the Sagittarius, and I'm just going to add it to my lower lash line as well. Alright, now to highlight the inner corner, I do want to take the shade the Cancer and put it in the inner corner of my eye. And I'm also going to take that shade and put it on my eyebrow, even though I don't want my eyebrows to have that much attention because I haven't done them in a while. I really gotta like stop being lazy and go get them done. Alright, so since the Super Shock shadow in the shade Fire is too dark for me, I am gonna put that in my inner corner as well, just to give it that like extra pop. It definitely gave it a different color. Now onto the other highlight that was in the collection. This is the On the Cusp, and this is a lighter highlight. I'm also gonna put it on my nose. And it's intense. So this definitely works great if you have a lighter skin tone. And if you have a deeper skin tone, I recommend the other highlighter, which is the shade Fire, which is a little bit more golden. Alright, now so onto the lips. And I think I'm going to go in with the nude one because my eyes are already intense. And I'm going to take the lip liner from ColourPop. This is in the shade BFF2. And for the finish look, I'm just going to take the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. And hopefully it has enough to spray my entire face. Alright guys, that is it for this look. I want to give my thoughts on the palette. Honestly, I have nothing bad to say about this palette. I love the color selection. All the shadows are super pigmented. Of course, there's going to be a little bit of kickback and fallout, but that is no problem if you do your eyeshadow first before your foundation. You can also go neutral with this palette. You don't have to go all out like I did. As for the Supernova Shadows, I can't believe I missed out on them. They do have other color selections. Of course, I've got the ones that Kathleen created, and I have to say they are amazing. They do dry very fast, so you have to work very quickly with them. As for the Luxe lipsticks, I personally love the creme finish. They also have a matte formula, which is very buttery as well. I have worked with the ColourPop Luxe lipstick formulas, and they do last pretty long on the lips. Not the longest, of course. It's nothing that you can't just throw in your bag and you know, like reapply it, just like any other lipstick. The highlighters are super intense, and honestly, I love them. If you do want to buy the whole collection like I did, you could definitely use the highlight that doesn't go well on your skin and put it on your eyes or your inner corner like I did. So yeah guys, that completes this video. Let me know what you guys think about this collection. Will you be buying it? And if you do have it already, what kind of looks will you be creating with it? Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!